Hi, guys, and welcome. My name is Tiffany, and we are here with Spectrum Energetics to talk to you a little bit today about the Transmorphogenic Resequencing Program. So, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to bring forth the information that you already hold within. Sometimes it takes the lessons, sometimes it takes the experiences in order for us to bring that information forth, to connect the dots consciously, and learn how to use this information in our physical realities. There are so many informational articles out there, so many books, and so many triggers of this knowledge that we hold within. And it's up to us to make the choice to bring that information forth. So, I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about the program, but we also want to talk to you today and share this message with you, whether you decide to join or not. This is something that I myself have had the knowledge of for many years. I've been on this journey for many, many years, lifetimes even, whatever human word that you want to describe this as. But it wasn't until just recently that I was able to understand this knowledge consciously and bring that information forth to apply it in my physical reality. Years ago, I often wondered because I had this wealth of information, I had this knowledge within, and I wasn't sure what I was doing, where my reality was not lining up with how I wanted it to be. It took me experiencing what it was that I did not want in my reality in order for me to finally decide that I wanted to build and create a firm foundation for myself based upon unconditional love, based upon joy, based upon freedom. I, on a conscious level, made the decision to step out of my comfort zone, come to a place where I had no idea what was going to transpire. I didn't have a job lined up. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know a single soul in the state. And this was one of the scariest decisions that we had to make because it was completely stepping out of our comfort zone. We were born and raised and resided within one state most of our lives. And we spent time out of state, but it was with family. So coming to a place that was unknown, that the outcome was unknown, was hugely scary for us. But we did it because we knew that if we continued to make the same choices, and if we continued repeating the same scenarios and the same experiences, that we would continue getting the same outcomes. And we knew that we wanted something different. We just didn't know what at the time. So it starts with that urging, that inner calling, that the things that have been happening, the experiences that you've been drawing to you, you don't want to experience anymore. And you might have been like me, where I had the knowledge and I was going to do everything in my power, everything that it took in order for me to get out of those repeating patterns. I just didn't know how. It took me making that decision. So I began making different choices and I began creating and setting my intent. And I would see progress, I would see forward movement, but I still was not getting exactly what I had wanted to create. And that was a life of freedom, a life of love and abundance and joy. So it was back to the drawing board, or back to returning to the knowledge that I held within and simply setting my intent. I do not want to exist like this anymore. Once again, I made a change. I resided in the same area for about 6 months, repeating the same patterns, just in a different area. It was almost like I had bumped myself up a level, but was still returning back to that safe, to that comfort zone. I had moved out of my comfort zone right back into another one. And I finally realized this and once again chose to move forward. It is always a choice to stay where you are and stay stagnant, or a choice to move forward. And that forward movement is scary. One of the things that we talk about in the program is ego programming, and how it is designed to hinder us, to make us feel limited, to make us feel trapped. I've had so much experience with this, and it's a joy and an excitement, and honestly, an honor to be able to bring this information forth in order to assist you in freeing yourself from that. But anytime we choose to take a step forward, we are met with resistance until we rewire that coding within our energetic makeup. We can alter the sequencing that is taking place. So that gives us the ability to transcend these programs with the least amount of resistance, if not any at all. So I made the choice to move forward and move to another place in the state where I didn't know a single soul. But because I had the knowledge, but because I've had the experience, and because I was able to play, learn, and apply that knowledge, the transitionary period went so much smoother this next time. I manifested and created the job of my dreams, basically, with such support and such a positive environment where I wake up every morning and I am excited to go there, because there is so much more to this job than meets the eye. There is so much more to this reality that you find yourself existing in than meets the eyes. You find the treasure, you find the wonder, you find the magic when you are looking beyond what your physical eyes can see. And therein lies the simple explanation of where and how to maneuver about freely, how to, and we'll use the human term, how to unplug yourself from the mind matrix. We go into much greater detail about what's been described as matrix programming. We go into greater detail about your mental body, because your mental body, or what is receiving the information, is what is called the brain. Your mental activity is what interacts the most with the programming that you'll find in this reality. In this program, we go into greater detail about how to open, how to activate, and how to expand your third eye. We go into greater detail about your mental body, how to keep it clear, the importance of working within that, because it's your consciousness, what you hold within, that allows you to transcend the limitations of the mind, the perceived levels of entrapment, the fear-based illusions that we at one point agreed to experience. But at this point in time, we no longer have to choose, or we no longer have to experience that in our reality. Opening and expanding this gives you the ability to naturally transcend and maneuver yourself about in this reality. So the experience that we have chosen to take on, that held the coding that would respond to the fear-based, illusionary-based programming, has been removed. And I'm going to say that again. Within your consciousness, the fear-based, illusionary-based coding, which we call programming, has been removed. we no longer choose to participate in that. And once you make that conscious choice, once you make that decision and you decide to move forward, you decide to be free, you realize that you have naturally resided within that state of being this whole time. So that was the message that we wished to share with you today. And we also wanted to remind you that the experiences that we have chosen to go through do not have the ability to hold us captive. The experiences that we have chosen to take on before we came here can be cleared, can be released. You have the ability to start from a clean, fresh slate. It is all done by your intent. It is all done by making a choice. So we hope that you choose to make that choice to move forward. We choose to step out of any self-limiting patterns. We choose to return to our natural state of being, and that is free. We only choose to allow unconditional love, and anything else that is not in alignment with that is to be released and transmuted back into unconditional love immediately. So in the program, we go into greater detail about what has been transpiring behind the scenes this whole time. We open and we expand your awareness to the magic, to the joy, to the abundance, because we're here to tell you right now, this has always been occurring. It's simply because we have not been consciously aware of it. And the experiences that I chose before led me to make the choices to bring forth the experiences that I have now, which is a life full of abundance, full of joy, full of so many beautiful beings that are continually assisting me in understanding and bringing forth more information, more knowledge that I hold within. Because we do have the ability to call in those souls. Once we release the need, which we have, we no longer have to experience that. Once we release the need to experience the pain, experience the suffering, we then realize that we have the ability to bring forth those that bring us joy, that bring forth the co-creation of abundance and adventures. The journey is never ending. You will continue to grow, and you will continue to learn, and you will continue to expand. But at this point in time, we urge you to make the choice to be free. We urge you to build a solid foundation based upon unconditional love. We urge you to stay in a constant state of surrender during this process. You are surrendered and you are aligned with the highest, most best possible experience. If you wish to learn more, there is going to be a button down below this video. Learn more, sign up now, reserve your spot. Ultimately, the choice comes down to you. But that was one of the main things that we wanted to focus on today, and we wanted to share with you just a little bit about our journey, our choices, our decisions, and what we have wished to bring forth today is to know that ultimately, if you take nothing else from this video, you are free. During the program, we assist you in remembering this. We explain to you in detail how at every moment there are many versions of experiences that are going on around you. We show you how to make sure that the lower versions of these experiences are collapsed. They're not allowed in your reality anymore. We also go into detail about how the beings that have agreed to assist you in this are you. We give you the understanding and the ability to apply this in your physical reality, because one of the most powerful mindsets that you can hold, and it's that of truth, is that you are not separate from anything in existence. So the beauty in co-creating as the all, to maintaining and embodying that mindset, is what allows you to have the ability to move forward and follow through on the choices that you're making. We explain to you the importance of the energy and your intent behind the choices that you make. We go into detail and explain subconscious programming, how you're able to clear that out, how you're able to create almost instantaneously to where you think that you want something, and it appears literally moments, if not hours later. We give you the knowledge that you have what it takes, that you are fully capable of embodying your true self. We give you the assistance in removing any programming that you no longer want or choose to have in your reality. There is so much that takes place during this program, during this class. And the information that has been released, we urge you to read on. It goes into detail about what is offered. There is 6 weeks of coursework, all light encoded transmissions. So while you're reading this, you're actually triggering this information. You're activating the codes that are in your field, in your consciousness, that are ready to be awoken. You will receive the guided meditations. These are also light-coded transmissions that go directly into your cellular makeup, releasing and removing anything that no longer serves, anything that is out of unconditional love. You'll also have the lecture videos where Lena and I will be discussing in detail each week about what is released, about what is discussed. You'll have the ability to work at your own pace, because I know that most integrate and absorb knowledge at a different rate. So you have the ability to take your time with this. We also know that we have lives outside of this class, but we do urge you to set time aside each night to spend a little bit of time, yes, on the class, but more so connecting with yourself. So the homework assignments would be all real-world applications, and these are tactics that I myself and others have used successfully in our physical realities to create the life that we want. We give you examples of what has transpired, and then we give you literally step by step on how to create a life full of joy. Like I was saying before, I was making the choices to move forward, and my reality was not lining up with my vision. And what I didn't realize is that I had subconscious programming. Somewhere within my consciousness, I was still residing within some kind of limitation. And it wasn't until I realized this, until I removed this, that I was able to see and completely utilize creation energy to the utmost ability. So that is what we wish to share with you. That is what we want you to be able to bring forth in your physical realities, not only to just read this and to have this knowledge, but to be able to apply this. And once you're able to apply this, you will have no problem whatsoever going and sharing this information with every person that you come in contact with. I know I have. So, like I said, if you are interested, if you would like to join us, click the link below. if you read the information that we have listed and you still have questions, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And we also have payment plans available because we want everyone to be able to have access to this information. So if it comes down to you feeling like you are not at a point in time where you have the ability to afford this, we're going to show you how to shift that. We're going to show you how to release that and completely step out of that lack energy. So we wish you the most love. We send you so many blessings, and we look forward to assisting you in attaining new levels of freedom, new fresh beginnings, your sovereignty, ultimately. So, we hope to hear from you soon, and we love you each.